Shiba Inu breaking news. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So glad that you guys were able to catch the video and tune in today. Shiba Inu breaking news about half. That's right. Half of the initial Shiba Inu supply has now been burned. So huge, awesome news for Shib Army and the future of where Shiba Inu is going. So we have a great video for you today. We're going to be jumping into this article, diving into the facts about how half of the initial supply of Shiba Inu has been burnt. We are also going to be jumping into the charts today. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour charts. And it did exactly what we talked about again. It went and filled that fair value gap to the upside. It is starting to fall again. So will it hold here and continue to climb, or will it drop until the weekend? We're going to deep dive into the charts today and find out. So like I said, weekly, daily, 4-hour on Shiba Inu. We're also going to be looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum charts today in today's video. And we will look at the whole entire crypto ecosystem at the end. But we will also dive into specific Shiba Inu news today. And hey, if you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins. I'm a real estate agent here in Orange County, California, and a crypto and real estate investor as well. And my job is to help be your crypto shortcut. So if you're looking for a crypto shortcut, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Because if you're like most people, you probably don't have the opportunity to read hours of articles and watch hours of YouTube videos every day on crypto and the charts. But that is what I do. And I bring that information to you in a condensed manner. So if you're looking for that, smash the subscribe button. This video gets 5,000 likes. I'm going to pick one lucky random person in the comment section of this video alone and give you $100 worth of free crypto of your choice. So here we are. Almost half of Shiba Inu's initial circulation token supply has been burnt. Yes. Great job out there, Shib Army. Very proud of you. It's really exciting. So since its launch in August of 2020, Shiba Inu has been burned in a bid to cut its 1 quadrillion circulating supply. The milestone halfway point is fast approaching. Burn, baby, burn. You know what I mean? So, by the way, let me know down in the comments section, 777 if you're feeling bullish, 777 if you're feeling blessed today. And then also, if you have ever burnt one token of Shiba Inu, let me know down in the comments section. Burn, baby, burn. Put that in the comments. Burn, baby, burn. So since the start of September, 329.8 million Shiba Inu tokens have been burned, according to Shib Burn Tracker. September, by the way. All right. So we are just in September. 7 days, 1 week, and 329.8 million have already been burnt in 7 days, and it's continuing to compound, which is exciting. Shiba Inu tokens are burned on multiple occasions daily to tackle the issue of oversupply. Over the last 30 days, the most significant daily burn totaled at daily burn. Listen to this. Daily burn, 455.6.7 really. Shiba Inu were burned on August 31st alone, 1 day, which is absolutely incredible. So why burn Shiba Inu? I actually get this question a lot. Why do you guys talk about Shiba Inu burning? What's the importance of it? Well, Shiba Inu's initial supply was just short of 1 quadrillion tokens. Do you know how many commas that is? A lot. So which hinders the ability of capital inflow to impact the token price positively. So we did a really great analogy here on the channel months ago. If you took a jar and you fill that, so the jar would be the cryptocurrency itself, right? And you poured water in that jar. If you have a giant jar, let's say an 8-foot jar, and you pour water in there, like us pouring money into Shiba Inu, the token, buying it, that would be in turn adding to its market capitalization, right? So we're putting money in that 8-foot jar. The 8-foot jar is 1 quadrillion token. So it takes a lot of water to move it the tiniest little bit. But if you shrink that 8-foot jar of water down to 4-foot jar of water, and you add the same amount of water, it doubles the amount of growth and quickly, right? So you can imagine what happened last year, this time last year, actually the end of this month, right? So the end of this month, last year, Shiba Inu had its explosive power up all the way through October. That was with almost nearly the full market supply of tokens, obviously, except for the money that was given to Vitalik. But burning was not a real thing back then. It's a real thing now, and it's a real movement behind Shiba Inu. It's going to take, like, if the same amount of money comes into Shiba Inu when it comes to the market cap that did last year, we're going to eat that zero, finally, 000. And if we continue to burn, the 1 cent is a real true thing. The 1 cent Shiba Inu is a real possibility. Could you imagine? I can imagine, because I'm waiting for it to happen, and it is going to happen. I'm manifesting that now. Shiba Inu community has its sights set on 1 cent token price. But to achieve this based on its current circulating token supply, Shiba Inu market cap would need to be just under $5.5 trillion, which is not realistic. I mean, one day that's realistic if the United States continues to print money, right? But that's not really realistic. So equating to more than 5.5 times the existing total market cap. And that means the existing total crypto market cap. Like, the crypto market cap has not even been to $5 trillion yet. So the actual problem with Shiba Inu token is a big one. There is too many units of Shiba Inu. So you can see here hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, and there's another comma there. By burning tokens, the number of circulating supply reduces over time, and in theory, should elevate the SHIB price. And that is also, I mean, obviously SHIB has been tanking like crazy. Obviously, you know, we've seen it. But imagine if the burning wasn't going on, it would be even worse. So the website Shib Burn illustrates the effect of tokens burns to date. The graphic below shows the project is approaching a halving of the initial supply. However, given the vastness of a quadrillion, burning multiple millions daily will take some time to reach that point. So here we have circulating supply now is here. It was all the way over here. And then you have staked, which people are staking Shiba Inu. And you have 2 dead addresses, which that is where everyone is sending their tokens to right now. And if you have not seen shibburn.com, here it is. And this tells you the latest burn transactions, when they were burned, how many SHIB were burned. So 18 minutes ago, we do have 5 million Shiba Inu burned. 5 hours ago, 609,000. Shiba Inu supply total right here, hundreds, millions, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, 410 total burnt from initial supply, 410 trillion so far. Max supply, nearly 1 quadrillion if there was the comma there, but luckily it did not go that far. And then the total supply currently now with 100 million, 100 thousands, million, billion, trillion, 589 trillion still in total supply. Circulating supply, 559 trillion. And then, of course, staked, you have that 30 trillion coins. Burn rate is down. You can see the scale here in the last 24 hours because it does fluctuate pretty nice there. And meanwhile, since July 12th, Shiba Inu has been posting marginally higher lows, leading to a gradual incline in the support price. However, similar to all altcoins during this bear market, SHIB is down 86%, down from its initial all-time high of quad 0.8616, achieved on October 28th, 2021. So let me know down in the comments, like I said, have you burned any Shiba Inu? Burn, baby, burn. Let me know down in the comment section. Let's jump over to the charts. All right, so here we are on the Shiba Inu 4-hour charts. This is the one that I like to look at the most for the fair value gap situation, right? So if we go back in time, let's go ahead and do a replay tool here to here, and that would give us this candle, which was the 9 a.m. candle we talked about. Let's go back to where we were yesterday. We had this nice pump up, which was good. We started having the drop here. So this is where we recorded our video yesterday. We had the massive crash, a nice little rebound here, and then boom, right? 9 a.m., we had that giant candle break to the downside. And that's 9 a.m. Pacific time. But then what happened? Well, we had this big, giant fair value gap here, right? And so for those of you that don't know what the imbalance or the fair value gap, it is when there is a wick on this side and no wick down here, right? So all of this was just sell, 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 waterfall effect of sell, catch the falling knife if you dare. Boom, we hit the bottom. And then what happened? Well, you'll be able to see here, we drop down even more. This fair value gap happens, and then boom, Shiba Inu starts to fill it. And that is where we are now. So fully filled fair value gap. That allows for us, what does that allow for? That allows for a continued drop. And there is still a lot of signs, flashing that we are in a potential downward market. So if we go, for example, to here, let's go ahead and turn these off. Now there is actually some really, really positive news coming, and that is the moon cycles, which we'll show in a second. There is about to be a new full moon, and on full moons is usually when we have a nice pump to the upside. So here we are right now on the charts. You can see our RSI. It's also sitting at the 50 level. You can see our market baseline is starting to drop. It's more of a downward slope than an upward slope. But when we turn on our indicator, and let's go to our Lux Algo Premium indicator, you can see here on the daily, we are still floating below the Lux Algo cloud. All right, so on the daily, still floating below the Lux Algo cloud, which indicates we are trending down, which obviously we know we're trending down. It's been for a long time. But if we click on our 4-hour chart here, you can also see we are currently in a strong sell signal, also still floating under the cloud. We did have a nice little rally up into the cloud. It even was strong enough rally to turn our signal candles to the purple candles. But now we are back to the red candles, even though we have gained back all of that imbalance here on the price of Shiba Inu. Let's go ahead and let's do a trend check here. Actually, here, I need to turn this to off. We're going to go here and let's check this box here. So this is our descending trend line. That's going to act as our resistance. We're getting really close to that. Whether this just kind of hangs out sideways and plays out that way before, rejecting off of it and dropping down, that's a possibility. The other possibility is we do get some more volume, some more momentum to where it propels us outside of that channel of resistance there. We can see the RSI on the 4-hour chart. It has turned more of the bullish level here, where instead of the red background indicating bearish, we are green background indicating bullish momentum for this exact time being, starting to head our way up to the 50 level of the RSI, which that's where you can really consider a potential bullish scenario, because then the bulls are in charge right now. Even though it's pumping nice, the bears are still in charge, and we are still below the market baseline here. So that's very likely that's just coming up to retest the market baseline. That would also be getting us into the market trend line. And then are we going to see a drop from there? We're going to find out. We're going to keep on watching this closely. That's why you want to subscribe, so that way you can follow along with us. Now we'll jump over here to the daily charts, and we do have our downward movement. What about the upside movement? All right, so let's go ahead and we'll even take this candle to here now, since we're on a larger time frame, and we'll move this one to the wicks. And then let's go, and we need a pretty deep move here, because if we go here to here, it's kind of like just cutting a little too tight. So for example, if we go here to here, then actually, why not? Let's just use this. All right, so that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using our daily bottom wick from July 26th to our daily wick today, September 7th. We did have a nice move to the upside. We are running into some resistance at this level here that I had marked off as a potential resistance level before. And in fact, that even now that we have this new wick here, we have even moved up a little bit deeper to here. So we've tested this range here and it rejected off of there. So what I'm waiting for is price to break through there to the upside. That would give me some confirmation that we're going to continue our move to the upside, which we have lots of room down here. Or does it reject as it has today? The wick is kicking back off of that line right now. See, it got there, kicked back. Is it going to retest it here in the next couple of hours? That level of resistance is currently sitting at quad 0, 1, 2, 3, 7. Does it kick back and reject there? Let's also go and look at the Heikin-Ashi candles. And we're looking here on the 4-hour chart. We'll go ahead and give us top, bottom. That is where our 4-hour Heikin-Ashi candle plays in, which that actually gives us our more aggressive line that came all the way back from over here, and that level being quad 01249. With the momentum building, what we're looking at here, and the resistance line all being in there, there's definitely a possibility that that could continue to push and get up into that range there. So we're looking for, which is good news, because if we can reclaim this as a support, so if we take our highlighter pin here and we keep on battling, and we break into this box and above the resistance line, turn those both into support, move our way up, turn the box into major support, we could continue our way up to the next level to the upside. Let's take a look at where that puts us on the Heikin-Ashi candles. We would have all of this. So let's go to the next higher time frame here. And that would be pushing us needing to break a really serious level, which is right here. And that's that quad 01340, quad 01340. And, you know, we talk about that quad 013 a lot. You know, quad 013, quad 014, quad 015, those whole numbers are extremely important to the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the Shiba Inu price of where we need to go. But right now, on these smaller time frames, we do have this pegged out. So what we've got is we're moving up nice and slowly. We're getting up to a resistance line here. That resistance line is quad 01237. But the real next level of resistance is here at this quad 0125. At that point, we will see, does this reject off and then work its way back down to the support line on the bottom side. That also here on the 1 hour chart, you can see we're starting to run into that playing out. We've gotten all the way up to the top side of our volatility band. It's made this little W pattern. It's trying to break its way back through and break its way to the downside. And we'll know that here in the next hour. Let's look at the Japanese candlesticks. You can see though, it's fighting back up above that even. So it looks like price could continue to climb up here on the hourly chart. We're now on the hourly chart here, trying to get up to this overbought territory. Though it's up here at the 70, right? The overbought territory. You can see that as a potential situation. So we did have our peak, and we had the 1 run, the 2 run. We're going to see if that thing keeps on flying to the upside, or do we have the break back down to here? But the main thing that I talked about yesterday was just the fact that that massive candle came down. It had a huge fair value that needed to be filled. Because if you go back in history, look, so as you can see, every time there is a fair value gap or an imbalance in the market, it goes out. Right here, it attacked it, got it closed out. Right here, it had one from this massive drop. It attacked it. It literally just went up and cleared that out. Cleared out all of the stops that are up in that area for sell position shorts, right? Boom, dropped rather quickly. It left itself a fair value gap here. It just immediately closed that one. Boom, dropped down, closed that. And then of course, you can see right here, just yesterday's fair value, it immediately went and closed it out. In fact, you could say that all day today, that's what it was working on, is just coming up and clearing out that whole thing. And now it's rejecting off the top of that spot. You can also see where the wick of this candle left that. That was also the bottom of the body of this candle, which gave us that support, which is also acting now as a resistance. Okay, and then also going over here and bringing this back up again, we do have, let's get these out of the way, fair value gap we don't need anymore. Lux algo we don't need. So we do have our full moon, new moon cycle situation. So as you guys remember, we had a full moon here. This one was back on August, and it was August 11th, I believe. Here, I know what we'll do. So here it is. All right, so on August, we need the full moon. August 11th, yeah, so August 11th was our full moon. So August 11th happened here, trickled sideways, boom, explosion to the upside. All right, then the most recent moon cycle we had was here. It was on August 27th, and that was a new moon, August 27th. And if you look from where it started, which was here, to where it's been, it did have a move down, although there has been some upward movement in there. The good news is, for those of us that are bullish bias, want to see things go to the upside. We don't like to see things crashing down. We love to see the potential of the move to the upside. there is a new full moon coming. That new full moon is September 10th, which falls on a Saturday. So if you're into stocks and options and things of that nature, watch for Friday to be the move that potentially explodes to the upside. Remember, when the moon cycles hit, it could happen 3 to 5 days prior or after the physical day. So let's get our measuring stick here and right here, boom. And then we'll go to September 10th. Let's do daily charts, makes it easier. So as you can see, we're really, really close. So the exciting thing is because it is only 3 days away, the move could start now. I mean, obviously we could even have some sort of flash crazy crash to the downside, which I mean, nowadays, man, you don't even know. Who knows? Because the markets are so wild and crazy and all the news. But the cool thing is, if we just continue this move to the upside, we regain the 1340 as a support, we could really start making some moves to the upside. So now that we have that taken care of, we're going to go back to Heikenashi's. We're going to look at the dailies. We're going to say, all right, so this is our daily candles here. We're going to turn these yellow. That's where we're looking for. Our short-term move to the upside is quad 0, 1, 4, 5, 1. On the opposite end of the spectrum here, what if it breaks to the downside? Well, our next level to the downside would be here. And that support level is at quad 0, 1, 1, 4, 4. So right now there's going to be a lot of dancing going on in between here. We'll see what happens. Let's do that. Put that there. And now we do have our range that will be marked off for now. So we'll be trading inside of this range. Let's see if it can break to our upside. If not, then we may be breaking down to the downside. But like I said, as you can see, consistently, right? So except for this full moon, because we had that massive crash of the market, full moon pump, full moon pump, full moon pump, and it's continuing to make new higher lows each time. We are still, as far as market structure goes, on the daily, still making consistent higher lows. And you can see that right here. So we had this line here. Turn this magnet off because it's going to keep messing with me. This line here. This line here. Even though that was not a big move, still a higher low. I mean, even all of these higher lows. And then now here, higher lows. So we've continued to climb the ladder, which is good. Unless we break the structure, we are still in bullish structure. So good news there as far as Shiba Inu goes. Let's jump to Ethereum. All right, so Ethereum, check this out though. On the moon cycle for ETH, there was no down. There was just up, which was interesting. So these two have flip-flopped a little bit here on the moon cycles. But if we go back in history, new or full moon pump, new moon kind of crashed, full moon. So, I mean, the cool thing is for those of you guys that are bullish bias, and if you think anything about the moon cycles and how these things work, the fact that a new moon cycle is coming here in just a couple of days and your bullish bias could be very exciting for you because as you can see, it's been a consistent climb after each new full moon as well. So that's really, really exciting there. Let's jump to Heikenashi's candles and let's look for some supply and demand stuff here. So to the upside on our daily charts, we have this to here. Let me turn this magnet back on. Boom. All right. So now there is our upside target is going to be sitting here at 1906. If we break this line that we have tagged as a major support here, which is that 1459 line, if we were to somehow break below that area, then the next level of support would come into play right here. That's at 1354. So that's a significant enough drop. We don't have to go mess around with those numbers at this moment. The one issue that it does have to get up into this daily level, it needs to break above 1722. So we have now Ethereum's level of the channel that it's trading in, 1720 down to here at 1450. So it's in that $300 range right there. Let's see which way it breaks to the upside. Then we'll be able to determine where price is going from there. Let's jump over to Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, crazy day today. What a rebound for Bitcoin. It also rebounded up into its fair value gap. So price fell extremely hard on Bitcoin, harder than it has fallen in quite some time, left this big giant fair value gap here. It closed pretty solidly. It closed up into this bottom line support here, but it does have this massive daily fair value gap to the upside, this massive daily fair value gap to the upside. So there's actually some really exciting potential for where Bitcoin could be going, because it's been dropping significant compared to what has happened with ETH, which has just been trading sideways. And Shib, it had a massive pump, which that's why it had the drop, but it's been trading sideways essentially from here to here in that same date range. So when you look at Bitcoin though, turn the fair value gaps off, that is pretty gnarly, dude. Look at all of those. All right, boom. Okay, there we go. But you can look at Bitcoin, consistent drops since here. And if we do turn on the moon phases for this one, moon phases, you can see it did have its new moon, it did drop. Its full moon on this one didn't do anything. It had a little pump, but nothing major. New moon dropped. Full moon pumped good. This full moon kind of went up, but nothing major. So it's a hit and miss. What's been hitting is these big, massive new moon drops, right? So from here, and then over time, it's been dropping. Let's see if we can put in this new full moon in a couple of days, and we start to pump some massive moves to the upside, because you do have all this fair value gap. I mean, look at all of these fair value gaps. Even watch, turn it back on. There is lots and lots and lots of bullish upside for Bitcoin, all the way up into that $30,000 range, really. So one of the things that I've been talking about for a very long time, will the markets flip green and go crazy positive before the November elections? We'll find out. We can see that we've just been trading sideways significantly for quite some time here. On Bitcoin, it came back to a support level. Let's go ahead and see, we could use this as that support level, that 18,600. But let's see if we can make a nice move to the upside, clear out all of these fair value gaps on the Japanese candlesticks, maybe even get up into the $25,000 range if we get that bullish momentum, and really start to move up into the November elections. There's only 1 month left. So is October going to be the October surprise we've all been waiting for, an extreme explosion to the upside? Well, we're going to find out. We have a couple of days until a potential move to the upside based on our moon cycles as well. Jumping over here to the news, as the whole ecosystem news goes, El Salvador celebrates 1-year anniversary of Bitcoin Day. So that's really exciting. Unfortunately, it's been a very down year, obviously. Cardano's Charles Hoskinson lambasts Ethereum Classic, sees no reason to invest in ETH Classic. And by the way, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving financial advice. I'm not telling anyone to invest in anything. Do not take anything we talk about here on this channel as investment advice. Do not buy or sell anything just because we talk about it here on the channel. This is financial education and entertainment only. Russia looking to legalize crypto payments in international trade, according to Deputy Finance Minister. Cardano ADA eyes 15% rally despite Charles Hoskinson fear over macro factors. IMF, the International Monetary Fund executives, call for a global crypto regulatory regime to keep consumers safe. So you got to remember, these world banks, these new world order folks, they don't really love the idea of crypto. They are wanting to crash crypto all the way to zero, basically, so they can buy it all up, and then they have full control over it as they want, as they do currently with fiat currency. So ADA, a closer look at MinSwap, the #1 Cardano-powered DEX by TVL, total value locked. And as Bitcoin loses 19,000, crypto's hopes rest on the Ethereum merge.